Hi there, just ran into something that has happened a number of times before. I've met some people who have a house that they want to sell, and I unfortunately have to inform them that they can't do it right now. Why? Because they have not gone through the process of probate. Some people think that they don't need to, and they, in a certain respect, they're only partially right. If you and your spouse, let me tell you a story. I have a husband and a wife. The wife passed away about 5 years ago. The house was in both of their names to the survivor. Joint ownership of the house, joint ownership of their cars, joint ownership of all of their bank and checking account statements. And he goes, no, I don't have to go. I didn't have to go through probate. Everything just automatically came to him. Because I'll use the name Ernie as a invisible name or a fictitious name. So Ernie, like I said, he and his wife had been talking about moving to Florida for many years as they're getting older. And unfortunately, his wife has passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. Everything was in the joint names. He said he reached out and he asked questions. I'm not sure who he asked them to. But he only had part of an answer. Everything did move to him, except that everything needed to be documented through the probate office, which basically means there's a couple of forms that need to be filled out, 3 or 4 forms. A step-by-step procedure and a checklist is available at your local probate court. And by the way, the probate court people are the most helpful people in our local government. I have found that every single probate court I've been into, they have been so helpful and so kind. It is just amazing. They are just made of the best cloth that anyone can be. So in this particular case, there's a few forms. What's going to happen is you basically fill out the few forms. There's there's a step-by-step procedure, and what's going to happen is it'll go within 2 weeks. You could probably fix this and finish this all up through the process. Going in front of the probate court, will get all the documents, or a probate judge will get all the documents, and it's pretty easy that he will finalize it pretty quickly. You will also then receive a form from the probate office that you are to literally walk up the stairs, around the corner to a different department in your local government, and it needs to be registered so the deceased partner or deceased spouse, their name is removed from the tax record and the ownership of the house. So what we find right now is I have the husband, I'm calling Ernie, who also has the the past wife's name on it. We can't sell it until the wife's name has been removed. It's not in a probate situation yet. It's not an estate. It's just stuck there in limbo. So if you do run into a situation where you do lose your spouse, please go through the process. It's not very difficult. You don't need an attorney to do from a spouse to spouse transfer. It's just filling out paperwork, some minor forms, and just going in the step-by-step process. It's very quick, very easy, and they are very, very helpful. There are 3 other categories and 3 other checklists that you might run into. One of which is that if a number of things are owned separately from the 2 spouses, in separate names, separate accounts, then they fall into 2 categories. One is if there's a value of $40,000 or less, or $40,000 or more. If you are in the $40,000 and more process or situation, you will most likely want to discuss this with a probate attorney. The $40,000 and under, it depends. every situation is different. It wouldn't hurt to have a conversation with the probate staff. Wouldn't hurt to have a conversation with a probate attorney. If you'd like the names of a probate attorney, I could give you one. I have a list of a dozen that I've worked with on different stages in different parts of the state here. So hopefully this has helped clarify a little bit here, and hopefully it's been helpful. Have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you.